Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this gift card holder. Now I originally saw this on the Paper Pixies YouTube channel. I know other people will have done it as well. I think she got it from somewhere else, I'm not sure, but anyway, that's who I saw. But I really like it because obviously it's nice and simple. You can get 2 out of a sheet of A4 and you've got the space here, that's your space there for your little gift card. I've cut the size down a little bit because the one that I made based on the Paper Pixies measurements came out to be 4 1/8 by 6, and I really wanted it to be just 4 by 6 basically. So I've just taken 1/8 off. It does mean that you have to use slightly thinner red tape here so your gift card will fit, but it is doable. And so with this one here, what I've done is I've just made, as I said, 2 out of 1 A4 sheet, and then I have cut all the pieces out of the deer paper and all the pieces out of the stripy paper, and then mix and match them, as you can see. So I've used this piece here, I've just switched it over, and then the other 3 are all as they should be. So yeah, so it's nice and easy to do, so let's get into it. Okay, so today I'm going to be using papers and the decoupage kit from the Little Red Robin and Friends paper pack and decoupage pack, which is from DRK Crafts. So I'll put the website down in the description below and also on the screen. And then the papers that I used for my samples, this was actually a Dovecraft Time to Sparkle from 2017 paper pack that I've got left over. And then these sentiments here are both from the Little Red Robin and Friends Vellum sentiment pack, which is available on drkcrafts.co.uk. Again, I will link everything in the description below that I can. As I said, this is from 2017, so I don't know if it's still available, but if I can find it anywhere, I will link it. So you will need to start off with a base card that is 4 inches by 11.5, and you're going to score it along the long edge at 6 inches and at 9 inches. Okay, and then what you need is you need a pattern piece that is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's portrait. You need a pattern piece that is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, and you also need a pattern piece that's 1 inch by 3 3/4. So all of those are portrait. And then you need a landscape piece that is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that is this piece here. However, if like me you have a sentiment or a topper that is approximately, I mean it's a little bit smaller than that whole piece, then you can just use that. So I'm going to be using this, but if you want to do it like this, you need a base piece that's 2 1/2 by 4 1/2, and as I said, that pattern piece that's 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm not going to be doing that bit. I'm just going to be going with this topper because it's pretty, I mean it's a little bit shorter, but it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much okay. So I'm going to be using that. So what we want to do to start with is, if we go ahead and fold along our scored lines, and both of these need to be mountain folds. They both need to fold the same way basically. Okay, so let's turn this round. So we've got the big section here and then these 2 sections here. So let's just open this up. So on this bit here, this is where you want to put your largest piece, and that's going to go on there. If you want to add a mat as well, you can, but I decided just to go with pattern because actually by the time you finish all your layers, and if you're using a decent weight of paper and of card, you really don't want it to be too chunky. Plus the fact you're going to put a gift card in that pocket, which is going to be behind here, and so you really don't want to add extra bulk if you can help it. So that is going to go on there like that, and then on this piece here, that's where your smaller not rectangle, yeah, it's a rectangle's going to go. Now my plaid doesn't line up, but that's fine because it's going to be around the corner, so you're not really going to see the fact it doesn't line up. Then you're also going to need a white piece that's 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and that's going to go in the middle there. And then on this end here, that's where you're going to stick your little 1 inch by 3 3/4 strip of pattern paper. It just adds a little bit of pattern. You don't have to do this extra bit, but it just adds a bit of extra, you know, interest. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. Okay, so you end up with that. So now what we want to do is on here, on this edge here, I'm going to turn this round. I'm just going to mark, you don't have to do this, you can eyeball it, but I'm actually going to mark it halfway, which is obviously 2 inches, just so I can see. And then you just need to get yourself a circular punch. I'm going to be using this Dovecraft one, which is a 1.5 inch punch, but any kind of circular punch is fine, as long as it's not too big. About an inch, inch and a half, something like that is fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and I am going to punch like a little thumb hole. I'm just going to see roughly where half is, about there. As long as it's kind of even, top and bottom, then that's what matters. About there, I would say. Okay, so punch my hole, there's my hole. And then on the back here, you want to use really, really thin red tape. Now I've got this red tape, but I think this thinner one is a better choice. So I'm going to go ahead now, and we just want to put a line at the top and a line at the bottom. And you really do want to make sure, this is about a 4mm red tape. And you want to make sure you really are on that edge, because you want to make sure you've got enough space for your gift card to go in. So now we're going to peel off the backing from our tape and then go ahead and just stick that down. So we're just going to fold this over like this and stick it down. And then all we need to do next is add our greeting on the front. So it really is a very simple and quick gift card holder. And as I said, you could really go, you could like mold, you know, like really mass produce these. In hindsight, I think I should have used a cream card for that, but never mind, I've done it now. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick this on, and obviously I only want to do this half, and we're going to stick this half on. This half is going to stay as it is. So I'm actually going to stick it straight down. I could put it on pads, I think that could help, it would look quite nice, but I'm going to do it on just straight down because I've already got some foam pads on the decoupage and I don't want to you know, make it any more bulky than it needs to be. This will probably be given by hand anyway, but even so. So that is going to go on there like that. And then I've got this little with love at Christmas sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick that on at the top. I was toying with the idea of putting it down here, but I'm actually going to put it at the top. I think it feels safer up the top. So yeah, I'm going to stick it up there. I'm going to use some silicone glue. And that way then I can kind of control how much, you know, how bulky it is. So I'm going to go ahead and add some silicone glue and stick that down. And so there you have it, there's your little gift card holder. So really simple, really easy to make. I hope you'll have a go too. I've got a few more gift card holder ideas coming up, which again I've sourced from other people that I've seen, and there's some really nice ones, and they're nice because they're quick. So you've got literally like a card, but you've also got a gift card, a place, you know, a place to put your gift card as well. So really nice, really good for Christmas time. So yes, I hope you like that. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to share with anybody you know who might want to see this video. And I will see you next time. Bye.